streaming podcast about crowdfunding. This is Kickin' Show. We're going to be doing a half-hour long or so episode and taking your comments and questions at the end of each segment. There's going to be 3 segments every show, so if you have something that's off topic or anything, save it for the end of the show. We'll address it then. We'll try and hit all your questions when you get to us. If you're watching this in an archive, leave us a comment and let us know what's interesting to you. And remember, we're live every Thursday, streaming here on youtube.com/samproof/live at probably 1:30 or 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out in time.
Traffic and technical difficulties
right.
allowing.
And as always, if you've got friends that are running a Kickstarter or you have a Kickstarter you're passionate about that you've donated to, hit us up on Twitter and let us know at KickinShow. At Kickin' Show, yeah. Cool.
Kickin' Show at Kickin' Show?
At Kickin' Show. The at symbol. All right, if you're in the chat room, let us know. I'm Ollie. All right, take a little breather. And then I'm going to adjust your camera really quick.
Yeah, because it's a little... Because, like, this would just feels like my natural, like...
Okay, that's going to be a good pose for you.
Yeah.
I'll be like this. We got to get better light for you, for sure. That camera's darker than my camera, but whatevs. Okay.
Maybe let's try to, like, be brighter, just like...
Okay. Alright. I'm going to try and wait for exactly 2 minutes here. And then we'll go into the intro and do it. This is going to be exciting. We're going to try and run right through this whole thing.
Alright.
Welcome back to a new season of Kickin'. I'm Samproof from Samproof.tv.
And I'm Art Tebble from friendsathetable.net.
And this is Kickin', the original crowdfunding show. Catch us live on YouTube Thursdays and find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and everywhere podcasts are available. Today on the show, a microwavable notebook,
What?
a heated golf bag, and the hottest RPG in Kickstarter history.
Yes!
All right, but before we get into that, it's 60 seconds in which we're going to give you this week in the world of crowdfunding. Recently launched and just in time for last Tuesday's Super Tuesday is the Bernie Sanders action figure created by pop artist Mike Levitt at over 100,000 out of the gate. He's got our vote for the plastic primaries.
Virtuality turns a normal t-shirt into a virtual 3D tour inside your body. You see your heartbeat, watch cells flow, or, like, see the weird internal organs.
Gross.
I thought it was a live showing of your actual internal organs, and then it was pointed out to me that would cost a lot of money and win the Nobel Prize.
It's just virtual.
Yeah.
Ending soon, with a humble goal of only $9,000 some dollars, Magnetips, a refillable fine tip marker set with magnets in the caps, has raised over $180,000.
Oh, crazy.
Right.
Escape Room in a Box, The Werewolf Experiment, is a cooperative game for 2 to 6 players, and it challenges players to solve puzzles, crack codes, and find hidden clues in order to find an antidote to thwart a mad scientist's plot to turn them into werewolves. It's well over funding, and probably over by the time you get this as a podcast, but still going if you're watching the live stream. Go get one.
And you donated to that.
I love it.
And actually, I think one of my friends might be involved in that. Cool Mini or not, the Kickstarter board game juggernaut returned to the crowdfunding space with a new addition to the popular Arcadia Quest series, with Massamora Dungeons of Arcadia raising 10 times its goal of $60,000.
And as someone who liked Arcadia Quest, it's weird I don't know about this. I blame Cool Mini or Not's aggressive spamming policy.
Yeah.
I don't read their emails anymore.
I saw you had not donated to that one yet.
Yeah.
Speaking
Speaking of regulars in the board game crowdfunding world, Greater Than Games returned for their final installment of the Sentinels of the Multiverse series, Oblivion. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly at all, but they made up a word, and this is what happens. And it's well over the $1 million mark, eclipsing all of their previous Kickstarter campaigns combined.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How many have they had? Like 5 or 6?
This is their 8th campaign or something. It's only their 4th or 5th for Sentinels, but it's
Okay.
It's their most successful by a factor of probably 10.
Wow. And you're on board for this.
I am 100% on Sentinels.
What perk level did you get?
That's an excellent question. I pledged $139, which gets me the game, the Complete Hero Collection, the Complete Hero Foil Collection, and most importantly, the Ultimate Collector box, which is one box that fits all
previous
Sentinels
Sentinels.
of the Multiverse, which is important because right now it's in 3 boxes in my house.
That's a
which
shame.
is unacceptable.
Will you throw out the other boxes?
Probably, yeah.
I couldn't bring myself to do that. All right, what's up on the show?
Today we've got 7th Sea,
All right.
which is the second edition of the famous, I don't know, I guess we can call it famous now that it's raised.
I mean, it's famous now, for sure.
Yeah, it's famous now. It was a cult favorite property in the late 90s, early 2000s. 7th Sea was a AEG game. They did a role-playing game and a card game. The card game is notably not coming back, but the role-playing game is back. The creator bought it from the original publisher and is putting out a second edition that has proven wildly popular. It started with a $30,000 goal and is now at $858,000, the highest role-playing game ever on Kickstarter.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's epic. And it's John Wick, and we featured another game of his last season.
I believe so, yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
I don't.
I should have looked this up, but I just wanted to throw that out to make us both look dumb. Great.
Hold on, let me look at his 7 created projects.
Okay. Have you donated to this?
I have.
Okay.
I'm actually not sure we did feature one of his.
I feel like we talked about John Wick before because we made the joke about the John Wick movie.
I was about to do that joke, so I'm glad you brought up that we've done it before.
It's all cyclical.
They've blown through a ton of stretch goals. They're up to, I think, 8 optional source books you can pledge onto, which I guess feeds the stretch goal machine. You hit a stretch goal, everyone puts in $40 more, and it keeps turning.
So it's from what I understand, it's like its own world, which is actually based off of our world. But every stretch goal unleashes like a new land.
Yeah, the original. I played the original a bit in college, the original RPG, and it was very much focused on Europe.
Okay.
And it was like a piratey Europe, but it was Europe, and there was a little bit of like Turkey.
Okay.
And now they're blowing it out. They're going to
Asia,
Asia, and Africa, and everything. They're hitting it all. It's very ambitious. I have no idea how they're going to do. I think cultural attitudes might be a little more sensitive than they were in 1999. I think they might want to tread very carefully on Native American and African civilizations in this game that's essentially about colonization.
Right.
But
sure.
I have no reason to believe they'll mess it up.
Yeah, I mean it's an RPG. I think you can take a few liberties.
Yeah, I think there's a difference. I think they could. There's a long way for them to go, but they can't be like, well, these people are horrible savages,
as
right?
long as they don't release like the slave ship compendium, I think they're okay.
I think that's coming at 1.2 million.
Oh god, that's a bad idea.
Actually, their stretch goals right now only go up to 900,000.
Okay, well it's time to unleash some more stretch goals. Well, next up we have RocketBook Wave, which is the notebook of the 21st century. It's actually a match set of a notebook and a mobile app. You fill up the pages using any Pilot Frixon pen, which is readily available, like Staples, whatever.
Oh, is that true? I thought the pen was a proprietary part of this.
No, it is not. I looked it up earlier. It's from Pilot. It is an erasable pen. You snap a pic with the app, and then thanks to a unique QR code in the corner of each page, the app fills it out to fit your screen perfectly and removes any kind of would-be distortions, etc., etc. The kind of cool thing about this is each page has a series of programmable icons at the bottom that can be linked to different social sharing functions. So you just cross them off, and then when you snap the picture, it automatically archives it to like Dropbox or Evernote or Google Docs or sends an email.
Oh.
Yeah, and then this is where the microwave comes in. Once you've filled up the book, snapped all the pages, you pop it into the microwave for the time it takes to heat up a cup of water, which you can do at the same time. I think they do suggest that. Or you can use a hair dryer to blow it dry, and the ink vanishes, giving you a brand new notebook.
Sure.
Yeah. So as a writer, I'm kind of conflicted on this. I dig the concept because I've seen different sort of smart notebooks, if you will. There was one a while back last year where you get these notebooks, you fill them out, and then you mail them back to the company who then scans them and sends you the digital images, which I was like, well, I don't get to keep my notebook?
Yeah.
Which is one of the things about that I like is that tactile thing of now I have this notebook.
Sure.
I have 2 milk crates full of notebooks that I'll never read again, but I filled them.
I just think if it said that was on your Dropbox, you just had 1 notebook for the rest of your life. Although there's a bit on here that disturbed me a little bit that says that the ink won't completely evaporate.
Yeah, that's my biggest concern is that, how long am I going to have this notebook that, cost me, well, I don't even remember how much it costs offhand. I have to look it up again.
That's $27.
Yeah, it's a $27 notebook. I'm like, if this ink doesn't really erase all the way, that's a little too much for me.
Yeah. Hold on, I should have done this before I got here.
I meant to open all the tabs myself.
On Amazon.
Oh, the pen?
I typed in notebook.
Oh, it's a buck?
I get a 4-pack of Mead spiral notebooks for $8.45.
I worked at a job about 16 years ago that treated me badly.
Sure.
And so, as my act of defiance, every week I took home a steno pad. I still have about 40 steno pads from this job.
I mean, I'm looking here, so that would be 12 spiral notebooks or 5 of this small format journal.
Uh-huh.
And these are discounted Amazon prices. So if you really think about it, you're probably going to get 5 uses out of it, at which point it's paid for itself. But you're going to have to deal with telling people that you're microwaving your notebook. And what's that even worth?
Well, the one nice thing about this is the app integration, because the way the pages are laid out and the QR code and stuff, it does take away any sort of like having to re-Photoshop it later to get rid of those distortions. It does apparently do a perfect scan. The sort of downside is they have not currently created any kind of like handwriting procedure to turn it into text, which would be a major selling point for me.
Yeah.
But that is a nice aspect of it.
And if I had a college student, if I was a parent of a college student, this would feel okay, I guess.
Sure.
This would be like because being able to digitize it is probably a little easier to go over your notes before like a test or something.
Sure.
But then they have to go to their common area and microwave their notebook, and again,
hey Steve, what you doing?
Yeah.
Coffee? Why are you putting that in there?
Yeah, I'm making tea and clearing out my notebook.
Here's your tinfoil hat. Anyway, yeah. Moving on. This is this last one. Oh well, actually, I wanted to do a kick in or kick it to the curb on that one.
I'm out.
In an ideal world, I have too much money to spend. I'm kicking in.
All right, It's the kind of thing. My fiance's an academic. I'm gonna send this to her, and if she wants one, I guess there's gonna be one in my house. But it feels very stupid.
All right. Our last segment is Will It Fund? And there's the streaks of joy for Das Heatbag. Actually, it's Das Heated Golf Bag, a project out of Germany. I have to assume. I have to bring it up really quick.
It is. It's even in German.
The entire
block of German text, and then they do English text.
Oh, I didn't even see that last time. The last time I looked, it was entirely in German, and there was no translation except in the perks. Yes, this entire project is in German. It is for, apparently, a golf bag that heats up your golf clubs on a cold winter's day.
Yeah.
I don't know who's golfing in the snow.
I think Germans.
I guess it's huge in Germany. Are you a golfer, Art?
No, I'm not. Being related to white people, they're golfers if you go far enough back in my family.
Pretty sure Germans are the original white people.
I think that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they came down from Finland.
Right.
You just keep going north. At some point,
that's where golf was invented, up north. In
Scotland.
Scotland. That's right. I was going to say Ireland. Close enough.
And I bet that Scotland's cold all the time too, from what I understand. So I bet there is something here. I'm stealing your insight here, but this is just gloves, right? This is a glove replacement technology.
I mean, I think gloves would be better because the clubs are going to get cold again the minute they're out of the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, unless the handles have like their own sort of microfilaments that like absorb it.
Yeah, I don't know, because the metal of the club would have a very low specific temperature, so it would get cold very quickly.
Yeah.
But the grip, I don't know what a grip is made
like
out of.
leather or plastic or like rubber probably. It's probably some kind of rubber pleather.
Huh.
Flubber. Hi, Bubba.
I guess that's.
5 minutes, kiddo. All right, real quick pause. Let's pick it up. All right, so they are trying to get basically $75,000 for this project.
Yeah, there's a euro dollar conversion
68,000 euros. Will it fund art? They have 20 some days left to go by the time this is out.
I mean, no.
No.
But there's a path for them, right? Because the bags are expensive.
Sure.
If this catches on, they don't have to sell that many.
Yeah, they don't have to sell that many. It like the lowest for the bag is what, $6.55.
Yeah, and that's not. They only have to sell 100 of them.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound like too much. I mean, it's a small niche, and yeah, I assume a golf bag costs about that much.
They have bad fundamentals, though. They have no updates. They have no comments. They're not. They don't seem to be engaging with even their 12 existing backers.
Sure, and you would think this day and age you would put wheels on this bag. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're gonna do one thing with a golf bag, put wheels on it.
I think if you're spending $655 on a heated golf bag, you're hiring a caddy, yeah. And who cares how that poor person gets that bag around?
Das skateboarden. Well, that's it for that. Tell us what you guys think. Will it fund? Tweet us at KickinShow or leave a comment and hashtag #WhatTheFund.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
good hashtag.
Yeah.
I'm coming up with them left and right this time.
Season 2 is off on a. We're gonna do some Walking Dead here.
Oh.
Season 1 kind of slow. Season 2, we're all gonna die.
Governor's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Winter is the governor.
I'm gonna lose a hand. Did that happen on the show or is that just in the comic?
No, that happens on the show.
On the
Jamie
show,
Lannister.
No.
Rick.
Rick.
I went into Game of Thrones. No,
Yeah.
thanks. Spoiler alert. You son of a bitch.
What would have happened by now?
Really?
Yeah, in the comic book, the governor cuts off Rick's hand
Holy
as soon
crap.
as they meet. Yeah.
No, that hasn't happened. That
No.
never happened. All right.
Wow.
They're up to Negan now.
Yeah, I didn't get that far in the books.
Okay. You're not watching it?
No.
Why not?
I didn't really like the first season. People
Shit.
tell me it gets better, but
It definitely gets better. This season makes up for a lot of things, I think. And it's going to get crazier from what I can tell. Speaking of things getting crazier, next week we're going to have Paula Rhodes from the new Adventures of Wendy and Peter. Could be Peter and Wendy. I should check that.
Yeah.
Paula Rhodes joined me on a live stream a while back for the second season. This is the third season of their modern day Neverland vlog series, essally. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
It's almost cooler as a blog series, right? It's like a series of interconnected tumblers.
Here's some posts from the crocodile.
Not actually cooler. I want to, yeah.
I don't know if we have anything else specifically lined up for next week yet, except for screaming children. We'll take care of that next week with some sort of straitjacket. All right, well, thank you guys for joining us. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and kickinshow.com. Catch us live every Thursday and live stream. Well, that's a weird way for me to have written that. Behind the scenes. Taking questions from the chat room, and you can download the podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and more places where podcasts are available. You can find all the links available on kickinshow.com. We'll see you next week. And tweet us at kickinshow, at Samproof, and at A Tebble about your favorite crowdfunding projects. That's about it.
Yeah, good work.
All right, we did it.
High five.
We didn't actually high five, which I think is great.
I said high five. That's what it is.
All right, we'll stop the audio. We're right in it, honey. We're doing it now. We'll be done in 10 minutes. Oh, come here. I'm still live.
So I texted Jess about the RocketBook, and she thinks it's amazing.
See? Thanks, Molly. All right, that's saved, I believe. Hi. All right, I am going to bring this over. My goal is to actually try and make highlights out of all of these things. Thank you, Molly. Now we just got to get our junk together, by which I meant to say a curse word I couldn't say because of this one. Get it down better. Next time we'll have multiple screens, potentially. And better lighting for arts. Maybe work out this audio issue. I gotta get the XLR cables. Alright, and I am going to create highlights from all these things, which would have been easier to do if I had the visual cue of me changing scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Or recording numbers. Maybe I won't worry about it this time.
It's easy to do in the future. Even like we can just hold up signs. Like
Yeah, could have done something.
But
Alright, honey.
we saw the coolest shoes on
Thanks,
here.
Molly.
Just amazing dress shoes.
Oh wow, those are nice.
Yeah, it's not really
It's not something
for.
I think I would pull off, but
Look at
oh,
those.
that's nice.
Or
I mean,
those.
those are very similar to a not so fancy dress shoe that was like really a sneaker that Skechers had that I used to wear a lot. But it was
Sure.
like the sort of it was somewhere between that and this in the brown colors.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I dig it. Although I've never liked the thin laces thing. The
Oh,
dress shoe lace.
yeah.
I don't know. Something about it I don't like. Cool. All right. Okay, let me grab this. Hey Molly, did Art's mic stay consistent the whole time? Didn't drop out or anything? I'm sure I just hit his cable, so it's probably not working anymore.
So it's it for me.
I don't actually see.
And now
Sorry. Yeah,
a
you're
string of incredibly profane threats on the life of the president.
Don't do that. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to plug this thing in, and it's going to default to this mic on the earpiece, I'm sure, which is awesome. Let's see if I can actually create some of these highlights really quick.
The Rock has just created the greatest bag of all time.
You know what? I could just download the source file and cut it from there. I'm not going to worry about this. All right, Molly, thank you for joining us. Anybody else who's made American Hero, and I hope that actually went back to the right mic. And I don't even know where OBS is anymore. That is my phone. We will be back next week, roughly half an hour ago, whatever your local time is, and I will be back Sunday for trivia and other games right here on YouTube.
And I'll be here Wednesday, assuming my fiance's mouth stops exploding.
Well, you'll be on youtube.com/pgzcast.
Oh, right. Yeah, don't
This
come
is-
here on Wednesday.
Don't come here. I'll tell you to go away.
Yeah.
And Molly will be starting up a Cards Against Humanity game on the PGZ Cast channel sometime soon. Later this month in March.
All right.
Yeah.
Psyched.
That'll be good.
The
All right.
web app version or paper cards?
There's a browser version.
Got it.
Is it an iPhone app? Is it multiple people can do it from different places? We're still looking for a good version. There was a version I saw out that I don't see available anymore that was perfect.
Evil Apples?
I don't know. Is that the one you're using, Molly? Evil Apples?
There was a
We
Nintendo
tried.
Direct while we were on here. Nintendo's were announcing stuff.
Oh,
It was probably bad programming on our part to just go one-on-one with
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Do you know if it was evilapples.com? Is that what it is?
It was Evil Apples, a phone app.
Oh, Evil Apples is the phone app. Okay. There. Hi. Okay.
Is that your old computer?
Yeah, I was trying to get it to do stuff, but it did not do it. So we're going to close that up. I guess Mommy didn't take you for that bike ride yet? Well, let's do that then, I suppose.
She's going to take my fingers.
These bags aren't that cool.
Alright, I'm going to stop this